Good morning and hello from the Denver airport parking lot, and welcome to my 2020 Walt Disney World vacation. I am very interested to see what this trip is like. This is my 10th time to Walt Disney World, but it is obviously my first time during a pandemic. I've been closely monitoring over the past few months the reopening of Walt Disney World, and I decided to go ahead with the trip I already previously booked in February for this second week of September. I am obviously nervous about, what's going to be like, and I'm also just interested to see. I've heard that Disney is doing a great job at enforcing social distancing, masks, and whatnot. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go. So the flight went really well. I want to say there were about 100 people on the plane, so it was really easy to have distancing between parties and everything. I highly recommend doing a disposable face mask when you fly. Have not worn a mask for 3 hours before, since I don't work in the service industry or anything. I just wear it when I go out shopping and whatnot. So this is my first time wearing a mask for an extended period, and it went fine. So now we're gonna go grab the bags because there is no baggage delivery service right now. You have to go pick up your bags from baggage claim, then take them on the Magical Express. So that's a big note if you do take the Magical Express, is no luggage delivery right now.
And of course, our farms and culture. We're glad that you are here, and we hope that you enjoy Orlando experience.
One thing to note about with no luggage delivery and picking up your own bags is that if you fly an airline like Southwest that picks your bags are in the A baggage claims, Magical Express is actually all the way over this way on the B side, on the ground floor. Now, there is no direct connection underground between the A side and the B side, so you have to go grab your bags and then come up the escalator, come back through the concourse here, and then go grab the Magical Express. Last year, the line went forever, and this year, nobody here. Look at this. They're assigning seats here for the Magical Express, so I was the first one boarded, so they put me all the way in the back, but I appreciate that they're maintaining the physical distancing between everybody. My room wasn't available. Last year it was available about this time, but this year, nope. So I just dropped my bags off at luggage, and they still deliver your luggage to your room if you drop them off with them, which is awesome. Now I'm just gonna head over to Epcot and get my 2020 Walt Disney World vacation started. I am so excited. Here we go. Skyliner to Epcot. One of the best reasons to stay here at Pop Century.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're now arriving at Epcot. This concludes your journey aboard the Disney Skyliner. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
As I wait to go into the station, Poncho mode has been activated. September in Florida, baby. Here we go.
Hey,
Hi.
how you doing? Welcome. Alright, enjoy your adventure.
Thank you. Welcome to Epcot. Oh, it feels good to be back. I think the rain died off. I don't know why I threw on the poncho. The rain died off, but hey, it's fashionable, right? It's Disney World. So the question is, what do we do first here at the Food and Wine Festival? Now, there are a lot of booths. Not a lot, there's a few booths here that are only open on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm only here today. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm at the studio, so I believe it's the Spain, Alps, Islands of the Caribbean, and I heard that Flavors and Fryer might be opening this weekend. I'm overwhelmed. I'm at Epcot. And cool. I'm thinking my first place is going to be Hops and Barley, the Southern Seafood Boil. At $8 is one of the most expensive items here at the festival. But hey, I never get seafood boil in Colorado. This seafood boil from Hops and Barley, this is an unbelievably massive portion. Like, I can't convey like how huge this portion size is. Like, but it looks so good. Let me take off my mask here. And let's try it. Starting off with some shrimp. Very good. Got some potatoes. Also good. I heard this was a little bit spicy, but I'm not really getting any spice yet. And look at this. This is straight up crawfish, head on, everything, just like you would get at a boil. Like, this is crazy to see at Disney. Really good, but got stuck the head. Really, really good. I mean, and then there's mussels too. Wow, this is by far the biggest portion size I've ever had at the festival. Like, I'm trying to think of something else that's similar in size, and I just can't. And that's good too. And there's corn. Like, this is unbelievable. This is you get, and sausage. Like, come on. This is the best value I've ever gotten for $8. Like, you're getting your money's worth. So, highly, highly recommend it. So I stopped by Regal Eagle's outdoor bar here and to have a moonshine sour. I'm very excited to try this. Oh, that is so good. I'm gonna have this definitely again on Monday because, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is the shaken noodlen. I can never remember how to pronounce it, from Germany, and I get this every single time I come to the festival. It's an absolute favorite of mine. It's just kind of like mac and cheese with onions and ham. Oh, it's so freaking good. And it looks like I have a friend. Nothing for you. So to give you an idea of what the crowds are like today, so it's a Saturday, and normally on a Food and Wine Saturday, these paths would just be chocked full. And for the most part, it just feels like a normal day at Epcot. I wouldn't say it's not crowded, but it's not crowded, if that makes any sense. So it looks like it's about to rain, so I decided to come inside the Epcot experience and finish my drink here and kind of plan out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I know for sure I need to go hit up Islands of the Caribbean.
Like the stars in an endless universe, each of us is unique. Each of us shines bright, filled with ideas, hopes, dreams. These are the sparks that make us who we are. When we share these sparks with each other, it can be magical. Welcome to a place that celebrates the magic of possibility and always has, right from the very beginning.
All right, we got a break in the range, so it's time to try out one of the Saturday, Sunday exclusives, Islands of the Caribbean. I had this last year, both the empanada and the jerk spice chicken. Both are amazing. I'm gonna get both because, yeah, they are seriously amazing. All right, here we go. Let's start off with the empanada. This is one of my favorite things they had last year, and it's gonna be great. Oh my gosh. You can see the inside. So good. We'll do the jerk spice chicken. This was fantastic last year. I'm hoping it's just as good this year. This isn't as good as last year's. I think maybe the chicken is a little bit too dry today. This is disappointing because last year's I got was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, the chicken's just a little bit too dry, which is really disappointing because last year, this was one of my favorite dishes, so oh well. Empanada is still good. I still recommend trying it. Maybe you'll get better chicken than I did. I have decided I am going to ride Living with the Land. My absolute favorite ride here. Sorry, Spaceship Earth, but come on. Who doesn't want to look at cool plants and stuff like that? You can see it does have characters. It's one of the only 2 locations on property that has characters. So yeah, there's Mickey back there. My first time doing the cattle shoots, as some people have been calling it. I guess it's kind of nice that they can do the switchbacks without people breathing on you, but it's still kind of weird.
Rising nature, living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching speed of medicine and other elements essential to our lives. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking.
Living with the Land is always a really good ride. Well, only got about 30 minutes before Epcot closes. I guess we're gonna have to see what we can see in the last 30 minutes. There's no line, so let's go get a beer. Sounds good to me. All right, so I picked up a Boss and Guinness from the Rose and Crown Pub. Always a good choice. And then picked up the duck confit from France. This will be my last food item tonight. It looks super delicious. The last duck dish I had at the festival, I want to say it was 2016 or 2017. I want to say it was at the Wine and Dine Studio. It was over towards Imagination. I've been to so many festivals, I don't even remember anymore, like, where they're at. Anyway, let's try this duck. Ooh. That's almost like turkey. That's not even duck. That's so good. I believe that's tastes like a sweet potato, like, mash. Like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Yeah, this is definitely number 2 for the day after the Southern Seafood Boil at Hops and Barley. This is duck confit at France. Get it. It was a fun few hours here at Epcot. Unfortunately, it's time to call it an evening here at Epcot at least and head over to Disney Springs and experience the few hours that Disney Springs is left open for the evening. I have a reservation for CityWorks at 8:30. I have no idea if I'm going to go through with it or not. You know, there's a lot of games going on tonight, so I might watch them. So it's good to be back. It's weird, but it's good to be back. Thank you, Ominous Voice. Something a little bit different. Instead of walking the boardwalk to get my Disney Springs Bus, I took the Skyliner over here to the Riviera. Now, I have not been in the Riviera yet because the Riviera opened just a few weeks after I was here in November of last year. So I'm excited to see what it looks like inside. This is tile, kind of like in Cinderella's castle. Like, it's actual like tile work, and it's Peter Pan. And just look at this. It is so gigantic. And I think they got another one over here that's tangled. This one's even more gorgeous, like with the lanterns over to Rapunzel's tower. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And I really like the little string lights they have around the top. You know, it kind of makes the blocky nature of the architecture a little less glaring. Not a very big lobby. Yeah, this is the lobby. So fancy, but yeah, definitely the smallest lobby of all of the Disney resorts. So I think the buses are this way. Seen at Disney Resort, there is an overlay, hang whatever you want to cover all the way to the bus station. Now they put the bus station for some reason really far down here, but they put in a walkway all the way there. Same way with the Skyliner station, so if it's pouring down rain, you don't have to worry about getting soaking wet, which is a really nice touch, especially for a DVC resort that's so expensive. We are here at Disney Springs. So, CityWorks is over this way. I'm gonna see if there's a spot at Jack Lindsay's Hangar Bar. I'm guessing no, but might as well try. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, there's a line for Jack Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Well, it's a super busy sports night, so very glad I made a reservation, but it's time for me to go check in at CityWorks here at Disney Springs. So very excited to see what they have for brews. So the first beer I got was the Milk District by Ellipsis Brewing here, based out of Orlando. It's a lactose New England style IPA with Denali and Citra hops, and it's a hazy IPA, but it lacks those foresty notes that you get in a New England style. So it's a bit different. It was very much on the expensive side. This entire glass was $12, so a bit of a splurge. I would recommend not splurging on it. It's okay. It's not fantastic, so probably not worth the $12 splurge. I decided I was a little hungry, and so I got the smoked cheddar mac and cheese, which, you know, includes some chicken, and overall it's pretty solid. Like, I don't know if it warrants the $18 price tag. I think this place suffers from the Disney syndrome, where just because it's in the Disney bubble, it has to be, you know, $5 or $6 more than it's worth, which is unfortunate, because that's where Disney starts to get its bad rep about being overpriced and all that. And there's some really great spots at Disney World that are worth the money. And then there's places like this that are just charging a little bit too much because they're in the bubble. And it's really unfortunate for the places that are good. Basically, my summary of this place is that it's great if you're a sports fan, because they can put pretty much any game you want on, which is very hard to find on Disney property. I would say this is more for a sports fan than the beer fan too. There's not a great selection of beer. It's a very large selection, but it's not a very solid selection of very rare stuff and all that. It's very run-of-the-mill, very average stuff, you know. They don't want to surprise the tourists, so overall, not terrible, not great, so just average, which is unfortunate, because I was hoping for more. I have finally arrived home. It was good at CityWorks. I want to thank my server Faith. She was absolutely awesome.
yeah, that the service at CityWorks, absolutely fantastic. Makes up for kind of the mediocre food, but here in my hotel room, I had my bags delivered while I was gone. How amazing is that? Even without Magical Express, they still delivered my bags. I appreciate that so much. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first day of the 2020 Walt Disney World vacation. I'm going to be up tomorrow, sort of bright and early, for Hollywood Studios. Going to do Rise of the Resistance here in Florida for the first time. I've done it in Disneyland, but I've never done it here in Florida. So very excited to get to ride Rise of the Resistance, hopefully, again. Make sure you leave a comment below. What was your favorite dish you want to try at the Food and Wine Festival? Make sure you like the video and also subscribe so you can get future video updates from the rest of this trip. Thank you so much for watching. This is Doug from WDW Passport. Thank you.